Coming at you today from the beautiful island of Curaçao. It is actually our last day of the trip. We've been here about a week now. For, I would say, half of the time I've been wearing the Super Compressor, the Elite version of the watch from Christopher Ward. It has been excellent. Back at home, I actually have the original version of the watch too. I'm going to show you them both side by side here soon. But I planned to record this entire video here on the vacation, having some technical difficulties with my microphone though, and it probably doesn't sound that great right now, to be honest, but we're gonna have to continue this back home. In the meantime though, here's a few clips from the trip. All right, so back home now, and what a trip that was. By the time this comes out, I'll have a full video on the trip up if you want to check it out. Curaçao is quite a unique island, so worth a look if you're thinking of going. The beach in those couple of clips there, by the way, was a beach called Playa Porto Marie, and it was beautiful. And one kind of different thing there is there's wild pigs roaming the beach, so that was fun. Now, although I wore the Elite version of the watch, the original C65 Super Compressor was C Ward flexing their muscles a little bit by making the first actual Super Compressor watch in 50 years. Lots of Super Compressor style watches out there, but this was the first that had the legitimate tech where the deeper you dive in the water, the resistance is increased, the water resistance. Also, a first was an exhibition caseback on a Super Compressor, which showcases the compression spring at the edge of the display caseback. I feel like this didn't get the hype it deserved at the time, but it's cool that the brand pushes boundaries like this, and obviously have taken it a step further with watches like the Bel Canto and the Loco. Get them side by side here for a minute, and the more recently released Elite version here on the left takes things a step further by first of all adding the decompression scale and also an upgrade to the movement from the Sellita SW200 in the original to the COSC certified SW300. And during the trip, although I didn't measure to the second, it was very accurate. Now, I just a few weeks ago did a video on how to read a decompression scale, so I won't again today here, but I'll link that video below. Love the colors and how they're using just different shades of blue and orange versus the ones with a whole bunch of different colors. It's a cleaner look, I find. The blue dial is gradient and goes from a darker blue to light as you go from the bottom to the top of the dial, representing the color change in water the deeper you go. And overall, the color scheme was perfect with the backdrop of the beautiful turquoise water in Curaçao. On top of looking good, telling the time is easy, even with a busy dial like this. And in low light, you're good to go too with a solid application of lume on the hands and markers. The case is the Cushion Light Catcher case, and it's a very well finished case, as is the case with all Christopher Ward watches, at least the ones I've experienced. The partial display case back has a medallion in the center versus the full display case back of the original, but I'm glad they still have the orange compression spring visible there. I'll unscrew the crown here, and it's a very fine winding action. It's good size for grip too, and threads in smoothly as well. The upper crown for the inner bezel is a little different. It isn't a screw down crown, but uses inner and outer O-rings to keep the water resistance. It's a unidirectional bezel, which I haven't seen very often in an inner bezel like this. The mic won't pick it up, but it does have clicks, a 120 click bezel to help set it more accurately. And I also like the look having the white bezel framing the dial. The crown also features the crosshatch pattern found on the original Super Compressor watches. There's a couple strap options and a bracelet too, but if I was to buy this, I'd have to have this strap. Takes the fun level way up for me. I like having a bright and bold look like this, especially on vacation, so this was great for it. No issues with comfort. The textured underside was good for breathability, and it seemed to dry off on the underside really quick as well. Speaking of quick, we also have quick release spring bars, and yeah, just a very cool look for the watch. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of 40.9 millimeters. The lug to lug is 46.9 millimeters. Lug opening is 22, and the thickness is 14.4 millimeters, including the AR treated sapphire. That is actually, I'm just going to grab the other watch here. Another slight difference between the two. The original is thinner at 13.3 millimeters. Water resistance on the watch is 150 meters. And here it is on my 7.25-inch wrist. And yeah, super cool watch. My want list is getting long right now, but this is definitely on it. Either this or the original would be really cool to own. Cost for the watch is $16.75 USD on this strap. And for a COSC certified legitimate super compressor with that price tag, it seems totally fair, and I really enjoyed the wearing experience. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.